Welcome to the Material Retail Dumps podcast. If you've listened to us before, thanks so much for coming back. If it's your first time listening, welcome. Material Retail Dumps is a short form podcast with brief but valuable content for independent retailers. As business owners, we don't have time for a 30-minute lesson with a ton of banter, so we get straight to the meat of the topic and aim to give you actionable information that will help you optimize your retail operation and make more money every day. Welcome to Material Retail Dumps, episode 17. This is the second episode in a two-part series about Comfy Shoe Boutique and how they turned major economic and macro problems into huge opportunities and ultimately got more sales. So without further ado, let's jump right in. So as you remember, in episode 16, we spoke about Comfy Shoes and how they opportunistically created a campaign around buying a pair of shoes for a healthcare worker during a pandemic, turning a major issue into a major opportunity and really paving the way for them to have a successful online selling channel, doing hundreds of thousands in sales since that date, and really turning a major problem into a major business opportunity. Now we're going to pick up the story with the same boutique owner, different economic issue. Everybody knows that in 2022 there were supply chain issues. Wholesale companies were having trouble getting merchandise. Retailers were being hit with major delays when it came to getting merchandise. And a lot of people just kind of sat back and waited and just went with the flow. But not Mike from Comfy Shoes. It was the summer of 2022 and business was going well at Comfy Shoes, but the supply chain issues were definitely being felt as they were for all retailers, and consumers were certainly becoming aware of them. With a deep history in shoe sales and trends, Mike had always followed the trends in the industry. However, he now watched as new styles quickly went viral and became almost impossible to find. Whether it was UGG Ultra Minis with a 6-month pre-order timeline from a department store or Birkenstock's elusive Arizona design in Teddy, people were going to never before seen lengths to get their hands on a pair of the latest must-have shoes. Just as he did in March 2020, Mike trusted his gut. He isn't a digital marketer by training, but he is an entrepreneur and does know his customers and his business best. Just as he always had for inventory reasons, Mike consistently kept track of his products, but with the retail toolkit, his inventory became easier to manage and offered him new opportunities and perspectives to view his products. Through the data, Mike started realizing that a certain pair of Birkenstock shoes, namely the Boston Clogs, were beginning to sell really, really quickly. With some quick market research, he quickly saw that this product was starting to be sold out in major retailers and it was becoming the next it shoe. Everybody wanted a pair, but not everybody was able to find one. Mike noticed his sales were slowly increasing for the style, and he noticed the lead times for reordering the Boston Clog from Birkenstock were much longer than usual. So Mike quickly reached out to his rep at Birkenstock to inform him that the inventory was very low. And without hesitation, Mike offered to purchase the entire stock of that inventory from Birkenstock. Mike knew that if he bought Boston Clogs, customers would come and buy them. Boy, was he right. Mike sold so many pairs of his shoes that his Birkenstock sales went up by 6x in August and 8x in September. That's 6 and 7 times more Birkenstock sales just from one style in a month. Now that's crazy when you sit there and think that Mike was doing already 10 or 20,000 a month in Birkenstock sales every month. Now he's doing over 100,000 in sales just from that one style. Even with colder weather in October, his sales on the clogs were up huge. The traffic to Comfy Shoes' website was up huge because customers were going on Google, typing in, where can I buy the Boston Clog? And little did they know that this small retailer in New Jersey was the only place they could find the Boston Clog because Mike looked at his data, looked at his reports, realized what was happening in the market, and just bought everything that he could on that one style. So that's basically the whole story. So what do we learn from the story? Again, we learned something very similar to the last story. We learned that with each problem comes a very unique opportunity. Most of the times in retail, the problem that you're going through is very similar to the problem that your neighbor is going through. Everybody's in the same boat. Everybody's a part of the same economy. Everybody goes through the same crises. It's how you react to those crises that makes all the difference. While a lot of other retailers were just sitting and waiting and, supply chains will be supply chains, Mike went out there, saw what was selling, cornered the market on a very specific style, and sold hundreds, if not thousands, of pairs of shoes that have a pretty high retail price of $170. So that's basically it. Thanks so much for listening. hoping you can kind of take this and just turn again every problem into an opportunity to just, make a little bit more money, make your business a little bit stronger. Looking forward to the next episode. Hopefully we'll have a special guest. Thanks so much.